Okay, Ranji sir, you can continue. Yes, Ranji sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. As I said that the students, the struggle of students, I think their own problems like own depression, anxiety, and some parents issues are also there. I already mentioned, and now I would like to also add one thing that the COVID situation, because during this COVID situation, while we can also know that how world all over the world how much is suffered. Some people have lost their life, some people are they lost their job, some migrant. So in this regard, definitely most of the people and as well as students, because all over the lockdown is over and school colleges are totally closed. So the students who actually good in academic, so they feel more depression, they feel more depression, more anxiety, because they are totally isolated in at home. So in this regard, definitely in this is the situation that make him their I think feeling their depression and anxiety. And not only that, some students are also there who are not getting success in their life, they also committed suicide. So in this regard, definitely psychology counselor is very need in our education institute. And the present situation, although that WHO also recommended for the mental health program in school and colleges, and central government are also starting working on this aspect. And that psychological counseling is not only good for the student, it also good for the teacher as well as parents also, because psychological treatment, I think psychological counselor is no need for actually only not no only need for a student. Sometimes teacher are not good at their behavior. Sometimes teacher are very rude for any students, and sometimes parents are not feeling, they are not understand actually that what is their child wants to do in their life. So in this type of misconceptions, all will be clear by the psychological counselor. So definitely it's need. So at the end of my words, I would like to say that definitely and from my point of view, that psychological counseling is very need for our Indian Indian education institute, because it's not a psychological institute. Psychological counseling definitely help the students to for their mentally health, and also help them to how to solve their problem, and also is help to teacher that how they guide their students, and also help to parents that how to follow, how to inspire their child to become a success in life. So this is all about from my side, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, so it was fantastic, and you have also, spoke about very, very well manner, and you also pointed out very really, Ranjisa. So thank you so much for sharing. You can say these are very valuable point about this topic, and I'm also get to you can say very major point whatever you spoke about, especially one during coronavirus, and definitely I think it is not you can say a normal disease. It's a, you can say become a pandemic. So that's why in this way lots of student, not only student but also lots of parents as well as worker, we have to face lots of problem. Okay, so I think some people, some students, they well prepared, they knowing about the importance of psychology, because when I create any problem and we I have a little bit idea how to get this problem, because some students and some person, when I create when I even like happen any disaster and they get in very you can say roughly negative way. So that's why I think this way we can't solve any you can say problem, and we can't any solution also. So I think you get positive way. Positive way means I think problem is problem. Okay, you can say any like if you get any something wrong, definitely I think that day that time we can't control our emotion and nervousness. It's you can say common problem, but immediately I think you have a good idea for overcome this way, and it's all kind you can say about our psychology. You have you can say well prepared about getting something like a negative point, but you can convert in positive way immediately, like take a little bit time, and after that I think you will overcome. So definitely in this way you can found some idea for you can say doing something well. Okay, and second point, I think you also mentioned about very well, because nowadays we are living this era and current scenario. I think lots of parents also, they, I think we have been seen, you can say, changes lots of our parents, because in previous time, in ancient time, all Indian parents, they want to, you can like our kids like a doctor, engineering only. Okay, no one wanted to like a cricketer and a sport, and other way also. But nowadays I think here we can, you can say, change, you can say change, lots of changes, because it's a depend like a some psychological way, because lots of counselor, lots of expert, they give up lots of thesis. Yeah, no one can, you can say, pressurize your kids, your this student, I think good, especially doing this work, and so no one can, like give up any work like a burden. Okay, so nowadays I think parents also taking very positive way, and nowadays we can see lots of changes. So that's great thing, Ranji sir, and thank you so much. And now I would like mention Neetu. Oh, sorry, I would like invite Neetu ma'am. Neetu ma'am, now are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Now, ma'am, you can start, and you can also give a very valuable point about this topic. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Give me this opportunity. And good evening, sir. Good evening to all. Today, our topic is a great topic because counseling is important for education or not. I think now this time it is necessary for our education because as a student they have a lots of problems, but some parents don't understand their problem because parents always think about now our children only for 7 8 years old, 10 years old, so they don't have any problem. Sometimes students has happened some misbehavior and something bad, but students are unable to share their problem with parents. That time counselor helps and overcome this problem, so it is very necessary for us. And student want to study, but some subjects are not interested and he is not interested in this particular subjects, so student don't get good marks. So parents also worry about. Now Ravindra sir has mentioned about we are living modern era, so everything has been changed by government also and our students thinking power also, because now we have lots of options and we are getting fame, money, everything in this field. So student also interested in sports and fashion designing course and other thing also, but earlier only for who are who got good marks, so he that person want to become like a doctor, engineer, IAS, UPS, this kinds of person. But now this time it has totally changed. So firstly we think about their problem, and psychological counselor help because it means they have a lots of technique how to come out of problems from the child, and which types of problem they have they can easily know. And as a patient they can easily share with their problem, and parents also understand I we need have a counselor is very helpful for us. And my children also goes to private school and there is a counselor, and I have been so many times which is some student has a problems like study problem and some financial problem, because some students lost their parents while studying, so it creates some disturbance on their mind. Earlier that child was very good for their study, but after happening these kinds of bad things their performance is very low. So I think but that students unable to share these kinds of problems her mother and father, so it is very nice. After counseling also parents know about which kinds of problem my child is facing, why he gets low mark, so it is very good. And some students getting very easily anger, so it is very bad. So I have one knowledge in my mind. One child was only for 8 years old and he getting very easily angry. he has a low temperament. When he said that I want cold drink, her mother said that no, I will get you cold drink after 1 hour, because now this time 8 o'clock when shop will be open, then definitely I will get you. So that child started crying, and he broken her his freeze. So her mother was very get upset, and after counseling she knows about, only for he continue watched like this cartoon channels. So I think it is the impact of cartoon. So her mother was very depressed. I always give him good suggestion. I will always suggest in a right way. His father is also calm, but his behavior is totally different. So, but when she asked with him, so he doesn't want to share with mother. But after counseling she knows about this problem. It is very nice, and there are there are many movies had made on this topic, like Tare Jami Pe. So that child was unable in his study. He was interested in a painting like that, and Amir Khan was a teacher. When he came his school as a teacher, so he knew about which kinds of ability of this child's. And this movie also saw that how much his parents was depressed. Because of depression, parents send in a hostel of that child. So we can know about counseling is the most important thing. And many educated parents don't know which kinds of problem are creating of our child. So we need to know about their problem. After knowing, we can solve easily. And counseling is a very good way to come out their problem. And we can means children will not have to survive in their normal life, because a small children has a extremely soft mind. And we can say that if we make understand our children, so definitely they will understand. And it's a psychological counselor is help to become growth mental preparation, mental health. Okay sir, this is from my side.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much, Neetu ma'am, for sharing very valuable knowledge about this topic. And really, it was very fantastic and very important also, because whatever you pointed out, especially you also give a very good example. One, about one very small child also, and why he get like a means you can say frustration, and after getting something a good idea like and after that I think he also starting doing very great work. So it's depend our psychological thinking. And definitely I think I would like also mention one thing here about addiction. Okay, why it's you can say become very major problem nowadays, because Neetu ma'am also told about, I think this you can say child, he a child I think also habitual you can say watching some cartoon and like a mobile. So that's why it's happening with us, because we are human and our mind, Ranjit sir also clarify very well, because our mind divided two part, one conscious and subconscious mind. And our mind also you can say one part also amygdala. Okay, so when anyone they like means like something wrong work, not like it good work, because good work I think when you choose right path, right pathway, and definitely you have to do lots of you can say take effort and hard work. So no one can like a good way. But especially when you involve bad way means like you starting watching unnecessary like a Netflix, as well as any like a cartoon is for example nowadays lots of younger and also addict watching some PUBG, like playing this type game. So amygdala also release very this type neurons. And after that I think only few month after and 1 year after he or she become very addict, like so this is a very big problem. And counselor knowing like some psychological counselor they knowing very well, and after that they give idea like a parents and like a teacher, and after that anyone they can overcome this type problem. Okay, Neetu ma'am, thank you again, and thank you so much again. And now I would like invite Natasha ma'am. Natasha ma'am, would you like to say something about this topic?
Hello, good evening, sir, and good evening to all.
Very, very good.
Yes, sir, I would like to share some my views about this topic
Yes, yes.
because we are discussing about importance of psychological education institution.
Yes.
So, like uh, all the speakers have spoken very good points, sir. But I have only one point about that because I have observed many times because I was many people that this kind of problem they have and we live in India and Indian culture the like people don't understand the psychological counseling because if any person if any student have some problem that time parents don't take them for the psychological counseling because they take as a like mad and they don't know the meaning of psychological problem because they like they actually they think about like you like he is imaging something wrong. No, actually it's the type of the pressure of the education and the all the like Ranjit sir Neetu ma'am also mentioned about the parents always force of the their children to do the hard work but they don't understand their problem that which kind of problem they are facing and if they want to share and if they want to get something solution that time they always parents always make them understand no it's not good and you have a potential you can do all them it means they are forcing them and if the if they was that their children are like if they have some problem and their activities is not good and that time they don't think that they should take them in a for the only psychological counseling because they think about psychological counseling means like psychological problem like they don't think that they have only some confusion some problem like something is not getting properly that is why they need this kind of counseling not only for education uh, counseling sir not only the education institution all the problem all the people has this kind of problem like that those people they do work in any office they always face so many problems but if they think that I should take this kind of like this kind of counseling their parents always deny to deny to make them this kind of counseling like sir also mentioned about Tare Zameen Par. I think one of the movie also I think I don't know the name of the Shahrukh Khan was psychological counselor and I don't know I think Jindagi like that I forgot the name of the movie so I got one thing about that topic like that because I observed that the parents don't take as a seriously that it is a very big problem for their children because the children always face so many problems and not only I'm talking about only children in school also the teachers also force all the student if any student is very good in study the teacher always motivate them but if any student is very weak in a class that time always teacher always don't give them respect and they do demotivate them so I think it's not good sir because all the children are equal and some children are very good in some fields some children are good in another field but the problem is that parents don't understand and teachers don't understand this thing so what happened like also like those children study in college and they are preparing for the competitive examination the parents think about that I will give you all the kinds of facility you will have to complete all the things and sometimes when they get failure sometimes that time parents always criticize them you are not focusing on your study like that and lots of like I reality I was this kind of people because in my society because he faced so many problems, and like he was very good in his study, but he didn't get success. So the parents always criticize them, and he like he went somewhere, okay, and he didn't come back to home, like that. So because it's a very important for the all the people, all the teachers, all the parents, and all the family members, they should make them realize that if you have some problem, you can share with us, and if we don't understand your problem, I will take you for the counseling. But if the parents know, and we should not be judgmental for the counseling. Counseling is not bad thing. All the people can counseling, because it's a very good thing. You will get some good advice from the counselor, and you will feel very relaxed. So thank you so much, sir. This is from my side.
Okay, okay, it was fantastic, and you also spoke out very well, really, ma'am. And you also, pointed out very good point, especially what happened. You can say what happening with us. Mostly Indian people, they do not, have a you can say more idea about the psychological thing. Okay, so and students obviously don't have a idea. So after that, what happened? Mostly parents, they never want to like go for consulting about any problem, which kinds of problem I think parents also have, and you can say as well as our kids also have it, because they think about it. I think it is we don't have any decision why we need for going anyway. So it is a big fight. And second fight, you can say also, you can also point it out, because nowadays we are living in this era. So definitely I think we can't compare like with anyone, especially children, especially you can say student and younger also, because it's a true, that's a true, because suppose I am you can say good for something, you can say way, and other like Jitendra and all here also, we can you can say can't compare, because all person have a different specialization, so this way firstly we have to understand. I think my kids have this, you can say extra curriculum, so I no need like worried about, and parents should give focus like this way, and definitely these are kids, and anyone, they will get whatever we want. So that's great, Natas ma'am, for sharing like this type valuable information about this topic. Okay, so thank you so much again, and now I would like invite very very special ma'am, Mitali ma'am. Mitali ma'am, I think he has a lots of experience about this topic. So Mitali ma'am, would you like to say something about this topic? Mitali ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay ma'am, you can
yes,
start.
sir.
Yes, Mitali ma'am.
Sir, I think today's topic is what is the role of psychological counselors in educational institution. I think, in my opinion, as according to uh, my opinion, there is a very important, a significant role play in any educational institutions, because if children's mind is very innovative, and they are at school time, they are in initial state, they are in developing stage. So that time, if they are worried and anxious about anything, and about curious what they want, and any frustration, pressure creating in their mind. So uh, at the initial state, they don't understand uh, what is the uh, what is the emotional intelligence, what they think about, and how they develop their attitude, and now becomes after attitude they becomes their personality. So depression is a major concern nowadays. And nowadays we all have seen uh, depression and anxiety and stress. That is the major issue developing in student students age. Because so counselor is there is a very important for counselor, because guidance and emotional intelligence plays a magnificent role in a student's life. So so parents, I think, in my opinion, parents are also a great counselor for children. Sometimes parents also have a good good ability to think about them, so that children children uh, uh, cannot take any wrong decision, cannot do any blunder in biggest blunder in their life. Sometimes uh, I have seen, uh, I have thought about that there are so many children in today's era are frustrating, and sometimes they don't get good marks, and they don't even if they are very talented, they are very sometimes children also have dyslexia problem. So even if there are so many issues going on, so parents also need need to understand them, what they want and what they think uh, about any situation. So I, in my opinion, counselors counselors are important in schools, at schools, but apart from counselors, parents also plays a magnificent and significant role in children's life. Because after that, parents are great counselors. So parents should understand the true feeling of their children children. So so there is a need to concern about them now, them because nowadays online studies going on in every school, and online tuitions, and uh, so children are not interested, are not curious about their studies. uh, Besides, children are interested in all other activities, like any any uh, unwanted or unproductive activities, like sometimes they spend so many hours in playing a game and moving watching a movie, because there is a initial stage of them, and they are uh, building their career. That time they don't understand the uh, true essence of their life. So they can either build their life or destroy it. So I think emotional intelligence also plays a great role in children's life. And and the proper guidance also needs to be required for them. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, really, Mitali ma'am, you also spoke about very well manner, and you also elaborate lots of very remarkable point, not only about this topic, but also like whether we talk about it parents, which kinds of things we adopt, like means today's scenario parents, and definitely I think after that they can help our kids, and they can also make a very good career our kids. So that's great thing, and. Okay, so thank you again, Mitali ma'am. And now I think Bhavya also left. Bhavya.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bhavya, now you can start. I think now your voice clear.
Okay, sir. And first of all, good evening to all. And today's topic is really very nice topic. And what happening is the pandemic situation is going on. In 2020, 34 maximum 34 students committed suicide every day. So this is very wrong impact on other students also, because they hear the news and they also take in negative base. And many students struggle with several issues such as anxiety, self-esteem issues, struggle with forming friends.
Okay, so thank you so much, all of you, for sharing, for putting, put up lots of very valuable point about this topics, and thank you again. I think